As always, Ted, kick us off. Who do you have as your winner of the week?
The NFL. In in the dumbest move I've ever seen in my life, the Olympics have introduced flag football as a new event. Okay? Which let's remember that it wasn't very long ago that the Olympics were trying to eliminate wrestling, one of the most physically challenging sports there is, one of the most discipline oriented sports there is. These guys give their life to a sport, high school, college, international level, to try and go win an Olympic gold for nothing, for no money. This sport, it's an absolute grind. That's exactly what the Olympics are about. They tried to get rid of that. And now, in a move which is just flooded with corruption, there's no doubt the NFL has greased the pockets of whoever's on the Olympic committee, because there's now a sport in the Olympics that nobody plays. We don't even play it here, other than, little league and then summer for high school kids to try and get in front of college coaches. It's not even a thing. And I heard Tyreek Hill, he's like, and the NFL is going to talk about letting guys go and play in the Olympics, even though they're under contract. Yeah, no shit, because you pulled this whole thing off on your own. Of course, well, we're really going to think about letting them play. I mean, it's smart by the NFL. They're trying to expand football, right? You got to keep growing. You always have to keep growing. Nobody's happy with the billions they're making now. We got to grow the sport. So we're going to introduce it to the world. Tyreek Hill's like, man, it would be awesome to put together like a superstar team to go try and win a goal. A superstar team to play against who? The superstar flag football team from Poland? Or the superstar flag football team from Argentina? It's a sport that doesn't exist. And it's in the Olympics?
I agree. Now, first and foremost, I'm going to watch it when it comes around. I think you're going to watch it. We'll be curious as to what it looks like.
I'll watch it. It'll be like watching a kid with a magnifying glass around an anthill is what it's going to look like.
I know there's professional football in Germany, but there's professional football in Japan. Like there's a lot of professional American football leagues out there. But did anyone want this? That's my question.
That's what I'm telling you. It's the Olympics are the most corrupt. Everyone, all they do is grease the pockets to try and get your host city or host country to get it. It's all a money game. There's nobody that's been asking for flag football to be an Olympic sport.
I'm excited that they're doing softball. That's going to be great, right? But yeah,
soft diamond sports. It's a sport that's played around the world. Basketball.
Yeah, no one who even plays flag football around the world.
Nobody. We don't even play it in America. The football is the biggest sport that we have. Name the best flag football player in the world. Well, it's Tyreek Hill. He plays NFL. Or it's, whatever.
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, whatever. It's not even a thing. It's so stupid. It's fine. I guess I'll watch NFL guys go and destroy the rest of the world. Like, imagine what the dream team did in what was at the 92 Olympics to the rest of the world in basketball. Well, this will be 1,000 times worse than that. But I guess the hope is that maybe it sparks football internationally, perhaps like that dream team situation kind of did.
Yeah. I think that's the goal, right? I think I saw that the NFL's looking at possibly playing some games in Brazil, right? They're trying to expand the footprint of the National Football League, right? When it comes to the international reach, but flag
I
football,
get that.
I don't know if that's going to get a bunch of people fired up around the world about American football. Maybe it does. I don't know.
Yeah, everyone is going to be thrilled to go out on worldwide television and get their asses absolutely handed to them by the United States, who is the only place that plays the sport that they're playing. Um, but I'm all for the NFL expanding and trying to bring in, there's a bunch of great athletes around the world that some places have people that are freaking suited for football, right? I think that's awesome. But don't pay your way into the Olympics to do it. Do it on your own. That's bullshit, in my opinion. But whatever. They're
All
still the
right.
winner. They're still the winner.
Yeah. Who do you have as your? I can't wait to hear who you have as your loser of the week.
Well, the loser of the week is Dabo Swinney.
Mm.
Okay. This was interesting. Here's his quote. We're at a point in our time, and I hate that, where people, if you don't go undefeated, you're losers. You're terrible. And it's just such a terrible mindset. And honestly, maybe we need to lose a few games and lighten up the bandwagon. Sometimes the bandwagon can get a little too full. And I didn't hear this. He could have been saying this like laughingly. I don't know. But there's been a discussion since Clemson was on their hot streak. Is Clemson a blue blood? Dabo Swinney has just eliminated Clemson from blue blood status. Ohio State, Ryan Day has lost like 4 games as head coach of Ohio State. It's crazy. Like, how many Big Ten games has he lost? 1? Something like that?
He's lost to Michigan 2 years in a row.
2. That's really it, other than playoff appearances. And there's a discussion of whether or not they should keep him as the coach. That's what happens at a blue blood program, right? You shouldn't be shocked by it. You shouldn't be mad. You shouldn't say we want to eliminate some of our bandwagon fans because they're too demanding of what we do. That's what being a blue blood is all about. In my mind, that's like, if that heat is too much, you don't talk about being a blue blood. You're eliminated. You're a flavor of the week.
Dabo, I don't know if it's pride or self-righteousness. I don't know what word, how to label it, but he is being judged by the standard that he has created there. Right? You can't all of a sudden be upset about the standard now.
Right.
That's where with the things that he has said recently, right, in quotes like the one you just read, and his unwillingness to use the transfer portal up to this point, I firmly believe unless something changes, I think they're done being a true contender in college football. Mm-hmm. Right? I just think that when you are not utilizing a tool that everyone else is utilizing to bolster their roster, I just think that you are assisting your program in falling behind. He's done an incredible job there. But he needs to get out of his own way. or else Clemson, they're going to be a good program, right? They're going to continue to recruit at a high level. They have awesome facilities. That stadium looks awesome. But right now, the man that built it into what it is holding it back, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be shocked if it sounded like he wants to tap out for some time. And I think he said as much, right? He's like, I'll go do something else. Like, if we want to make this professional football or whatever, I'll go do something else. So I wonder, it's always easier to climb than it is to stay, right? Just like in your own individual mindset, like to always have the motivation to prove people wrong and to go do it. And we can build this. We are good enough. Let's stay hungry. Like, the climb is always easier, but once you're there, staying on top and trying to find a way to maintain that is incredibly difficult. But I thought that was, if anyone else at a top school would have said it, I would have been shocked. I was not shocked when I heard Dabo say it, because it's kind of the feeling he's been putting out there for a while. But thought that was interesting.
Yeah. He should probably just worry about winning football games. Right. And not continuing to alienate his fan base. It's so strange.
They're not going to change. I mean,
No.
The more you say that, the more resolve they'll have.
Yeah. All right, let's get to my winner and loser of the week. But first,
elevate your tailgate with Chapel Supply and Equipment, Oklahoma City. Chapel Supply and Equipment has generators and inverters on hand that'll give you all the power you need so you can take your tailgate to the next level. They've also got top-of-the-line heaters to keep you warm during those cold tailgates later in the season. They're Oklahoma-owned and operated. Elevate your tailgate by calling 405-495-1722 or visit chapelsupply.com. That's CHAPPELL supply.com.
And First Fidelity Bank knows how to keep fans like you happy. With more than 50 awards in the last 5 years, including Forbes Best in-State Bank, the Oklahomans Community Choice Awards, and the Journal Records Reader Rankings, it's clear that they are Oklahoma's #1 pick for quality banking. And you can find that level of outstanding service in everything FFB offers. Open an account at an award-winning bank today at ffb.com. First Fidelity Bank, we go where you go.
And head to opolisclothing.com for a podcast, merchandise, and the best OU gear out there. That's OPOLIS clothing.com. Use promo code TED, TED, for 10% off. Woo, that's looking sharp. Is that thing hot off the press? Is that shocked you're able to find one out there?
Yeah, I got one for you too, buddy. I got you one. It's in the car. I'll give it to you Friday.
Love it. That's OPOLISclothing.com. Use promo code TED for 10% off. Buttery, soft, and 10% off.
All right, for my winner of the week, I thought about going with just comfortable clothing on a golf course. Did you see Tiger Woods in the Call of Duty hoodie?
I didn't.
Oh, he's just out there. It's him. He's playing with his son. There's this group of guys. I don't know the backstory of it, but he's got a Call of Duty Black Ops hoodie, some Nike basketball shorts, and he's wearing a camo hat backwards. And it just made me think, let's normalize comfy clothing on the golf course. What are we doing?
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I don't think it would help me play any better, but like, part of it is like, let's get dressed up and act like we're pros and go out there and hack it around for a little bit. But that's cool. And it's good to see. It looks like he enjoys playing whenever he's out there with his son. And I think that, it can become a grind whenever you do something for a living and at such a high level. So that's cool to see.
Yeah. But my winner of the week, the Philadelphia Phillies. Ted, I was on the couch on Tuesday night. I was watching my Thunder on one screen. I was watching the Phillies Diamondbacks game on the other. By the way, Thunder looked good, man. Chet looks great. Giddy was awesome. Micic, I think that guy's going to be an important piece for this team. moves well, passes well, tight handle. Oh, I like what I'm seeing, man. I really do. But back to the Phillies. I was just hoping to watch some entertaining, competitive playoff baseball. Right? It's the only time all year I watch baseball. Phillies had other ideas. 10-0 rout of the Diamondbacks in game 2 to take a 2-0 lead in the NLCS. Sixth inning, 7th inning, just blew that thing wide open. Kyle Schwarber is so fun to watch for me. Dude just hits bombs. I mean, just bombs. Had 2 homers in this one. Real Muto had himself a night. 3 RBI, some clutch hits. Awesome seeing an Oklahoma guy succeed like he's succeeding. They have hit 15 home runs in their last 4 games.
It's crazy, man.
They are destroying the ball. And we've talked about it before, but Citizens Bank Park looks like one hell of a time during the playoffs. I mean, my goodness, I want to go. I want to go real bad. But yeah, I was hoping to feel the excitement, right? The tension of some playoff baseball in the NLCS. No, it was an absolute beatdown.
Yeah, it looks like Philly and the Rangers are on a collision course in the World Series. Rangers looking really good themselves. What they're up on Houston right now. So that's going to be wild. Going to be wild. And I kind of want to see Philly win it just to see how ridiculous the celebration is there in Philadelphia. I don't know. Are they still rebuilding after the Super Bowl win?
Think so. I think there's light poles are still being repaired. They're a fun team to watch. Now, that game too, here's what I was taking notes. So I always take notes, right? When I think I'm going to talk about something on the pod. One of my top notes from that game, I am very confident, right? Aaron Nola, who was on the mound for the Phillies, I'm very confident I would severely injure myself trying to hit his curveball. Oh my God. It was making me uncomfortable watching it from my couch. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I would dislocate his shoulder or something would happen to my back if I tried to hit that. Nothing good would come from me trying to hit that man's curve. It is filthy, dude.
I would go diving to the ground like a pansy as, it looks like it's coming at my face and it's perfect strike. Boop. Yeah, that would not be something I could do.
And the most entertaining thing to come out of this game, right? Because it was a blowout, not a lot of suspense. Ted, you need to go check out the video of a fan running on the field and a security guard comes flying, right? And absolutely blasts this dude on the field. I mean, the crowd reaction is fantastic. A lot of people are comparing it just because it was in Philly. They were saying Brian Dawkins-esque with the hit.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Man, it's a good thing he didn't go head across. If he would have went with his head across the front of the body there, that could have been really nasty. Did not see that one coming, did he? The fan.
Yeah, no. I think he saw that going differently in his mind. It's like, they'll grab me, then they'll take me off the field. No, dude gets blasted. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. All right, for my loser of the week, thought about going with the Indianapolis Colts. Jim Irsay came out, said Anthony Richardson probably done for the season with that shoulder injury. Sounds like he will have surgery. Such a bummer. I think all football fans wanted to see what he could do this season. Got to see some glimpses, but I mean, that guy was banged up a lot in college, and he's been nothing but banged up in his first year here in the NFL. Knee, concussion, now the shoulder. I mean, he's missing really, really valuable reps that he was supposed to get kind of in a learning season for him. Not what you're looking for if you're the Indianapolis Colts.
No, and
because they were going to lose games with him.
Yeah.
So not good.
It's tough. It happens, but it's rare that whenever you see someone that has a pretty extensive injury history that piles up, that they get out of that. And especially in the NFL, as long of a grind as an NFL season is, it's hard to ditch that and stay healthy for long periods of time.
No doubt. But my loser of the week, and I hate to do it to our guy. I hate to do it. But the Shane Bieber thing is hilarious. Now, the season isn't going well for the Gamecocks, right? They're 2-4. They're 1-3 in the SEC. Last Saturday, just a brutal loss. Blew a 10-point fourth quarter lead at home to Florida. Obviously lost the game. And our guy, Shane Bieber, wasn't happy. So he kicked something. And as a result, broke a bone in his foot. And here's the quote. Here's his quote. It hurts like you know what, but I've got to show toughness and fight through it. Been one of those years. First of all, Shane, we love you, man. You're the best. I'm sorry the season's going the way that it is. But Ted, this is hilarious. I mean, it's hilarious. This doesn't happen to head coaches in college football. He's like, oh, I'm pissed we lost. I kicked something, broken foot. I mean, I hate that it's Shane, but it's hilarious that this happened.
It is. I want to know what he kicked. I want to know.
What's your prediction? Locker? Wood locker? Gatorade cooler? Chair. Chair is probably a chair.
I think it was probably either the door or probably a chair. Probably a chair in the coach's locker room.
And it just got him right in the right spot to break a bone.
Right spot. Break a bone.
The good thing for Shane is that feet injuries heal really quickly.
I imagine it happened like right because typically the coaches come in off the field, go right into the coach's locker room for like a quick what are we going to say to the guys, and then they go out into the locker room. I wonder how long he was able to play it off and walk normal. Like, know that he can feel it. It hurts like hell, but you can't risk sitting down and limping around the rest of the night. I'd like to see how long he was able to pull off the show.
If I know anything about our guy, he sold it. He didn't show any weakness in front of the team. But the second he got out of that locker room after the speech, he realized he'd made a grave error.
Mm-hmm.
And started limping bad. Dude, a broken bone in your foot.
Brutal.
He said he doesn't think he has to have surgery, so that's good. He said he called their head athletic trainer and said the guy was just laughing his ass off. So funny. We love you, Shane. You're the man.
A big Cox win would go a long ways in making the foot feel better this weekend. A&M, right?
It is Cocktober.
There you go.
We'll see if they can bounce back.